Welcome everyone to episode 4 of Pixels and Pints. I'm Sir Stick, and today this is going to be a little summer edition where we're going to pick a beer and a game that are both sort of beachy. Starting with the game, it's going to be Dead Island Epidemic. This game is in beta right now. You can find it on Steam, free to play. It has single player, PvE, and PvP choices. It also has a weapon crafting system, and more characters will come out that you can purchase with in-game currency or real currency. That sort of microtransaction will be occurring. So what are we going to pair that with? Terrapin Hi-5 IPA. This is a California style IPA. So it's going to have a big nose, have citrusy floral aroma and hops. It's going to have high IBUs. It's going to be a little bit lighter in color than most IPAs. All right, so let's do now the beer pour and taste. We have first our pint glass, second our beer. So pick those up. Yeah. Very nice. Citrusy up front, very big hops in the back, but very clean and crisp finish to it. The flavor overall, citrusy piney and really clean. The hops don't really linger on the back, but I think it's great and I think it's ready to go. So let's get more into some gameplay.
They've set up a bomb. Quickly.
So in this one, we're going to be stealing these supplies while we have to defend each other. So it's really good if you have one person, or if you have 4 people, you have 2 people defending and 2 people kind of stealing stuff. That way they can not get interrupted. Silver. There's another one where you only have a certain amount of time to collect.
Get out of there!
For gold. Or break down a door for gold.
That is what I like to see. Fantastic job.
This is one of the harder ones because it's like a double boss. If you get them right next to each other.
You are heroes in the making.
Ooh,
Okay, everybody. This is no time for slacking off.
For 3 people,
We're all leaving. Hit the road. Now.
Gotta run away from him and start charging stuff loading supplies as fast as we can. Because he's gonna come and try to loot us now. Alright, so let's get into a little bit of our breakdown of our beer versus our game. First, we have this style of beer. It's a California IPA. Characteristics here, it's dry hopped, it has big aromas, and it's citrusy overall. Those IBUs are coming in strong, and it's nothing to fuss at. The pace is that it's a fast-paced game. It's built around multiple game modes. It has the single player to teach you the basics and farm a little bit. It has PvE where you can farm even more. You can work as a team, kind of work on your communication skills, and farm in-game currency. And finally, we have the main mode. I think what everyone's trying to work towards is the PvP. 3 teams of 4 battle for territory dominance. Let's go to the ingredients and mechanics. So in the ingredients, this is a 5.9%. I mean, basically 6% IPA, pretty standard. Pretty high on the IBUs, the International Baroness units. That's coming in at 80. The hops, we have like Centennial, Amarillo, Zythos, Simcoe, and Citra. Those all kind of have some sort of citrusy characteristics to them. The malts are two-row pale, Karma malt, which is one of my favorites, and Cara Pilsner. And the mechanics are just as diverse. You have kind of that MOBA setup where you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of button combination, but they add in a little bit more on top of that with movement as far as giving you a roll with your space bar. They have an upgraded or an alternate auto attack, so you can build up an auto attack meter and right click with your left click, and then with your right click you can do a little bit more damage, and in some cases they have like a knockback mechanic to that. You can also pass currency between each other if you're in the PvP mode, so like pressing G, you can throw boxes to each other, things like that. So it's layered, much like this beer is layered in its characteristics, this game is layered in its mechanics. And finally, the story and the flavor. The story of this game is, there's not a lot of story, let's be honest. It's kind of a MOBA style game built basically around individual characters and their backstories, which is how most MOBAs are built, unless they're set in an already known universe, such as like Heroes of the Storm. So the characters will have their own personalities and skills. How does the beer match up in this respect? There's multiple individual characteristics of this beer and of this style that help define it. It's dry hopped, it's citrusy, it's big nose, big IBUs. So each one is layered in their own respects. Neither one has a defined background, but they work well in their own little place. All right, we're all gonna start in this area and we're gonna walk towards the map. It's kind of cool how everyone starts in different areas and they have to walk through like a ton of zombies. Eventually find their way to break into the map. Okay, we're in. So now we have to capture it. Let's see, A, B, C, and D. We capture them. We're gonna get some stuff. We're gonna bring it back here and deliver it. I guess yeah, we can go attack them. Oh, get him. Oh wow, we just stole a whole bunch of goods. Oh, we come back to life? What the F?
Gotcha.
Got him. Rest in peace.
We're about to lose a supply point. Look at the size of him. Time to take him on a grand tour.
Really? You can hit me from that far.
Hey, you!
Got him. Got him. Give me all your swag.
You wanna fight me? To the truck! To the truck!
See clear.
Nice moves. Man, that girl's fast. Crap. Got him. Oh, why didn't you grab him? get you, girl! You, boy! Got him right at the end. And that is a little taste of the multiplayer. We didn't see any of Orange, unfortunately.
Get in, we're out of here.
But I think we got a pretty good idea of what would happen if Orange was there. Orange got second place somehow, and I didn't even see them. And then after, it's kind of cool. It gives you a little nice little recap of how the game went. Thank you very much for joining me once again for this episode. Make sure you subscribe and look for future episodes coming out shortly. I've also linked an article by Aaron Mosbaugh that I used to put together some of the points in this episode. So it's all about the West Coast IPA, and I really think you should check it out. Thanks once again to ESQ for the music, and I'll look forward to you on the next episode.